Good morning. Looking at some old notes. Okay. Hey, Joe, good morning. Sorry, give me a second, Joe. Good morning. I'm inventorying. Snapping up weapons for the RGX. Nice. Yeah, Joe, I'm very happy to hear that you're liking the RG stuff. It is a fun. They're both fun and annoying at the same time. But I remember when I finished, particularly when I finished the Sazabi, I'm thinking, I started it, I got about, I don't know, a third of the way through, maybe less, and just thinking, this is just tedious. And then left it on the shelf for about a year and a half, and then returned to it and finished snapping it up. And in the end, I'm looking at it, and it's like, it's a damn good model. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's just that I'm not a big fan of the snapping process. It's just you want to get through it. But at the end, it's like I'm looking at this thing. It's like the engineering on this thing, the finish work on it is great. I've done about 4, I think, real grades. Hey, Richie, good morning. I'd still like to do, including maybe more. The first one I did was the Zaku mine layer, and that except for things breaking when I was putting like painting things, just it was expected. The thing was great. So overall, I love a lot of that stuff. I think if you're looking to just assemble something and be able to paint it up and make it look great, and it just looks like a fabulous model. Absolutely, those are excellent choices. Hey, Nick, good morning. My friends, today is going to be the reveal. I've actually got the whole model done. All I had to do was literally put the cat in, and I'm like, I'm not going to put the cat in until I do it live in the morning. So we're going to do it this morning. And what I'm going to do today after, because it's literally done. The only thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to mark down all the colors that I used on this thing, and then start getting the desk cleared off of oils and shit like that. I still have to build an RG. I have like 10 kits sitting there. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Which ones have I built? I built the the original RX-78. I did that in a clear, like a completely clear, and I'll never do that again. That was not a fun model. And I think a lot of it was because you can't see what you're literally assembling. The Sazabi, a Gundam Mark II, and the Mine Layer. The Mine Layer, the Gundam Mark II. The Gundam Mark II is great because it's got the core fighter in it. It's fiddly, but it's great. And the Sazabi just looks fabulous. Cat's out of the bag, literally. All right. So just actually, I'm gonna start just marking. This is what I'm doing the next couple days, guys. I'm just gonna, or today and tomorrow. It's just getting all of this stuff done. Yeah. All of this was Mr. Color. I did fuck up on one of them. I remember that. Where's the... Yeah, there's the base color that I used. Gonna save that one for a little while. Might find something else to do with it. Who knows? I actually started a kit bash yesterday. Been dealing with my aunt passing away. Oh, Richie, my condolences, man. I'm so sorry to hear this. Was this a sudden thing? Oh, man. I'm sorry to hear that, brother. Yeah, man. That's obviously taking a... That's a lot of stuff that you got to deal with. Ugh. All right. I didn't remember doing... Did I do the flat? I didn't think I did flat black. No, did the German gray. There we go. Sorry, I lost Rich. Yeah. Yeah, I took off Tuesday and yesterday off to plan everything. Funeral Tuesday. So yeah, I can't wait for the new year. Yeah, I bet. Yeah. Richie, were you too close? And Richie, forgive me for asking, but unfortunately, this seems to be the thing where, you just, especially when you get to my age, now I'm starting to see a lot of people around me, people who are older than me and people at my age. Anyway, just were you close to her? And which side of the family was she on? These are important questions that we Greeks ask. Yeah, we were close. Oh man. Richie, last question, and this one you don't have to answer. Just want to know, were you two very not very close? How old was she? May I ask? And again, I know that's getting a little tight on the personal, so you don't have to answer that one if you don't feel comfortable. And hopefully, everybody in the family is all right. I mean, if it's a sudden thing, it's like shit. I actually smartly segmented paints. 77. Anyway, again, condolences, Richie. I hope everything is all right, brother. Yeah, I hope the family is Deaths have a tendency to do two things: either bring people closer together or tear people apart. And hopefully, it's the former. My mother's passing actually uh, repaired a schism between my sister and myself, which it's unfortunate that it had happened that way, but it was a beneficial thing. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna put these. Oh, did I use a flat black? I can't recall if I used the flat black or not. I might have accidentally used the flat black. So the German gray. On some parts of this. Just putting all the paints in this little container that we have down here. And then I'll put them all away afterward. This way it gives me the chance to clear off the desk. Let's see. Next. I guess we can do the cat. No, I'll continue with the base colors. Or the colors on the model itself. There we go. So I got 7 people on, of which only heard from a couple. And there's Ray. Good morning, Ray. What's going on, brother? At 6:30, we'll do the reveal. Hair, I can color. Tried my first turkey yesterday. Mistakes were made, but it came out good. You fried your first turkey. Okay, not tried. Fried your first turkey. Nice. And what'd you do? Like a big vat of oil or lard or something, or did you air fry it or what? I need to come up with a legend here. So don't keep writing Vallejo Game Air, Mr. Color. You don't have to just MRC, VJA, VGA. There we go. So, interior. Hey, Edwin, good evening. How are you? How was your Thursday? Gotta method outdoor deep fryer. We also use it to do seafood boils and steam stuff. Nice. Pardon me. Ooh, burp. I don't think we use. Did I use NATO Black on anything? I can't for the life of me recall. It was only 48 minutes to cook a 16-pound turkey. Wow. Fast indeed. What worked and what didn't, Ray? Just came back from out of town, supposed to draw hobby store to get more hair models by this time. Do it next week because some new stuff just came in. New stuff, nice. As in they're releasing new stuff, or there's some stuff that's been out of stock for a while that's new, coming back in new. Accidentally put it in the turkey's so I overcooked it. Ah, got it. Got it. Got it. Oops. Little model. Take it easy, Joe. Good luck today, brother. We'll see you tomorrow morning. So it was super crispy. Nice. Our culinary expert here, Mr. Nick, chiming in. Dry brine. It's a personal problem. Let's see. We use the combination of a few of these. I think I used this somewhere. Tornado Black. Maybe not. Set overnight with salt and adobo seasoning, rubbed in, and the dust of adobo and cornstarch before cooking. Nice. Some new stuff, as in new shipment of models that was ordered by the store. I hope they at least ordered 2 orc trucks. Orc trucks. Yeah, you're getting into playing the game as well, Edwin, if I'm correct. You were mentioning that, which is pretty cool. What color did I tell? Yeah, that's that. Hey, Ken, good morning. I like to inject and salt the skin and set it in the fridge for a day to dry. When it's time to put it down with mustard, just enough for a binder, then season. Really? So you use mustard. Does it give it a mustardy taste? Which I like personally. I think we're done with that. I think that's what I put down. So the binder doesn't change the profile. Really dust the wet. More than adding mustard powder to something. It's more for the acidity. Interesting. I actually don't think I used the black red. I believe I did. Sorry, guys. I'm just writing down notes. I'll be right there. You spray a bottle with apple cider vinegar also does a trick for wetting the dry. Yes, building 1,000 points or army when that milestone reached. I'll do 1,000 points Death Guard while waiting the 11th edition because the rumor is the 11th edition starter will be Marines versus Orcs. As in a starter pack. Oh, interesting. I didn't realize that they actually did like I guess that would make sense. You do a starter pack to kind of get the game going along. Ohio. Ohio. Genki desu ka? I'm gonna have to experiment with these things again just to remember how I actually put down these colors. For the life of me, I don't remember. I should have written it down. Edwin is going to give me a wrath of shit, and rightfully so. I should have written it down because I like the way that leather came out. All right, let's do the reveal. Mushy, mushy. I already influence a friend to buy the Marine half, so I don't buy the whole box. Yeah, only buy the ones that you want. Absolutely. All right, my friends, here we go. Reveal time. So it's done. It's on a temporary base until I get the rest of this thing done. I did have one little fuck up when I was working on this model last night. It fell into a little bit of yellow, what they call it, oil paint, and I couldn't get rid of all of it. And I worked it, but it's like, you know what? It actually created a nice little discoloration. So if somebody says, "Why is that yellow?" I don't know, random something. So, but anyway, it kind of I blended it in as much as I possibly could. But this thing is now basically done. And the reveal, the final reveal, is going to be popping in the cap. Dog pee, naturally. That would work. Yay, I like it. Isn't done. Where's the cat? That's why I didn't do it last night. I was like ready to drop the cat in before I went to bed. And it's like, no, I'm gonna do that in the morning. So that way you guys see all of it. We're gonna temporarily blue tack the cat into place until this model is fully done, meaning the entirety of this thing is done. Just watch your old streams. Yeah, I probably should go back and do that. Here we go. Sharpening a little blue tack along the post there. We're just going to drop it right there. The blue tack is visible. There we go. And there we are, my friends. Got the repair done last night. It's actually a lot more stable too. Took a while for that CA to settle in, but that new thin CA was fabulous. So it's technically a book on how you did, sir. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, Tom, it's a valid point. It's just going to be trying to find the right episode. I'll go through it and do that. Oh, gibberish, this George person. That's the problem. I got to get through the gibberish. Now it's done. Yes, now it's all done. I'm happy with the results. The weathering is heavy. And at first I didn't think I was going to like it being so heavy, but I think the way it's been layered on, I'm very, very happy with that final look. You know, and then the coloring on the cat itself, I'm happy with as well. I think that came out pretty good, creating those shadows. along the cat, I think are great. The highlights came out great. I redid the hoses, painted them again, so now they're basically that rubber black finish. When I get to this thing, when I get to the diorama part of this thing, I may end up weathering those. We'll see. Don't know yet. Let's see. Nothing like a flesh bottle of thin CA. Nothing like a fresh bottle of thin CA. Oh yeah, fresh. Oh, absolutely. And that stuff is great. This is the original super thin. This stuff flowed beautifully. It flowed absolutely beautifully. And it went exactly where I needed it to go. It did pool up a little bit, so where I put the pin into the armature, it started pooling up underneath where the pin and the armature kind of came together. I just hit that thing up with a what they call it with a brush, wicked it away, and it looks fine. In fact, I'm going to keep the metal look there and not touch it up anymore. Because I used that pin for other things in the past, it's kind of a little gungied up. So I'm just going to leave it be. And it looks spot on. Touched up the paint so you can't see where the damage was. I'm happy with it. I got more rocket plane blueprints yesterday, including plan for an Oka. Nice. Good for you. Good for you. So this is done. And in fact, what's interesting is it's done a day early. So tonight I don't have to stress about getting this thing done, getting my packing done for the weekend, getting, other stuff done around the house. I don't have to come to this thing tonight. I just have to prep it and box it up, bring it to tomorrow to the meeting. All right. And now all I'm doing is basically writing down all the colors that were used. So I'm just taking the notes there. Additional. Did I squid pink? I think I did. Yep. So that's it, my friends. I'll do another show if anybody else pops in at this point, but that's kind of the model. I'd ask if anybody has any questions, but I think y'all been here kind of like observing this, so probably not much. What's next? Scale the plans and try to make an RC and use ST's engine so an actual rocket plane. Nice. What's next? Did someone say heartbeat? Nope. Next is going to be continuing with the with getting this thing done. What else? Getting the base of this thing done. And working on, I'm going to try to finish off the Macross kit. Been planning a joke gag Warhammer build, 2,000 point orc army with only one war boss, and the rest are 220 models of orc boys. That sounds kind of lethal. So one smart person and a bunch of automatons. Sorry, Tom. I tried. Yeah, sorry, Tom. Sorry, not sorry. My wife actually even was my daughter was I took a couple photos of it last night just before I got the last bit of stuff done, and she sent her a couple of the photos, and my wife's like, so when am I going to see photos of it? And I'm like, oh, okay, I'll get those over to you. It's rare that my wife asks for seeing some of this stuff, so it's kind of cool that she's kind of got a little bit of an interest. We used RLM yellow, AK 3rd gen. RLM04. Lesson learned, more cats. There might be more cats. Hey, Peter, what's up, man? You missed the great reveal. Sorry. Let's go around, see what other. Let's see. We did 2 types of red. No, only 1 type of red. I think we did. Can't remember now if I did fire red or RLM04, RLM23. Petey. Trade you a cat for a harpy. You funny. I think we actually went to the punchier color. Yeah, fuck it. Close enough. And again, I did have this one too. That was used. What the fuck did I use that on? Yeah. Tom, get him a cat pilot printed for the harpy. Positive encouragement. He gets so too excited with negative reinforcement. Nick, Tom. He does. Let's see if anybody dings me for using. I mean, the last time I used this stuff, I got. Let's see if I can actually even see where I left it here the last time. You can barely see it there, but right along some of the base of the hoses. I'm sure somebody's going to give me shit for it. But I use the MIG fresh engine oil just to get a little bit of that greasy shininess around the hose bases and that kind of thing. The last time I did that on the Spartan, right along the perimeter of where the upper and lower hulls kind of turn around that oval shaped base. Oh, well, you made a mistake there. You left some CA. It's not CA. It's grease. Oh, we're still dinging you. Fine, whatever. those are the only. I don't use one of those. I always wanted a GIMP mask with zippers on the eyes. Really? Is that what you wanted? That's just more encouragement for me to get a 3D printer. I'm likely going to pick one up next year. If you let him too much, he'll just go get his leather mask with all the zippers. Nice. Too bad the leather shop in Northampton closed, but I believe, oh my, is still open. I should be nervous about you saying that, but all right, let's pick it up. Let's see if I can find. By the way, Peter, I'm just kidding. It's all done. And I'm doing the reveal today of this thing. Temporarily mounted to the base. Last night, by the way, let me see if I can turn this upside down without having it fall over. Temporarily, what I did was I bore into the bottoms of the feet and used some pretty sizable tubing and then bore into the wood and planted the feet in there. And then I CA glued this into place into the feet, and then blue tacked around the bottom of the foot that doesn't have the that piece, the tubing, and then blue tacked underneath it just to kind of keep it temporarily in place. The base gives it the ability to be picked up and moved around, because normally what ends up happening is, and by the way, yes, I'm going to return to what happened at PatCon. The guy who takes photos of our models, he usually will pick them up, bring them over to another table, something like 20, 25 feet away, take photos, bring them back to the table. No one has a problem with it. Why? Generally, if the model is pretty solid, there is no concern. So I'm just giving him a base so he doesn't pick it up, because the model still has some bendy parts to it. So he'll be able to pick it up without much of an issue. I'm going to leave that there. We're going to put that away. I think I remember the old pavement t-shirt with that depicted. Pamela Sebado. All right, let's see. What else are we using here? I don't think I used. Did I use Sky Gray? I think I did use Sky Gray for. I don't think I used this stuff. Maybe I did. I don't think I use a Sky Gray. I only use for dry brushing some details on, which I will mark down. Pink was used on the cat's nose. Where are my cat colors? Right here. Oh, there we go. Let's get the what are those things called? Get a hit of coffee here. Not Sebado. Could be wrong on pavement though. The rubber covers. Do they have a model number? These away. Quicksand. It was a Quicksand t-shirt. Great band too. I don't know if I know Quicksand. I probably do. Okay. I don't think I used any of these Panzer dark grays. Any of these colors were none of these colors were used. These were just pulled out to just take a look to see what made sense. So that stuff can go away. Did not use the AK burnt umber. Though there is something I want to do with this. Both of these. Later, Nick. Have a good one, brother. We'll see you tomorrow. Oh, God. That was bad. That was literally just all clear liquid. Pre-marker? What does that mean, Ray? I usually try to put the color in the top of the cap just so I know what color's in that bottle. Do the same thing with the RLM04. And I couldn't tell you which RLM04 I used. I could have used the Vallejo, but whatever. I probably use this one. There we go. RLM04. When you get a little squirt of clear liquid. Before you start painting. Is that what they call it? Pre-marker? You say so. I was going to say premature, but maybe pre-marker. All right, let's see what else we got here. Did we use any of the paints over here? And I think the answer is no. No. Did I use? Oh, yes, I did use medium rust and dark rust. And, ooh, chipping. Fuck, forgot about that. Did some chipping. We use that. These are my chipping colors and sea gray. Leave this one out for now. All right, got about 5 minutes before I'm going to bail. So anyway, guys, any questions? Anything you want me to answer for you? Music assignment. Listen to quicksand omission. Do. Of course he does. What a fucked up world we live in. Not gonna lie. When you return to the heartbeat. Todd, we talked about this. 2029, maybe 2030. We talked about this. Quicksand omission. I have quicksand. Is it a song or is it the album? Hey, what do you know? It's available on Bandcamp. Anybody use Bandcamp? I love Bandcamp. Actually, I got to get that. That's what I got to get onto my streaming. How can I accelerate that timeline? How can you accelerate that timeline? Yes. Where are the cats? Are you talking about the additional cats? There will be additional cats on the base model. My daughter and I talked about adding one to represent each of our cats that we have in the house. I'm like, okay, I just got to find ones that are small enough, the right size for this thing. Okay, so it is the eponym. Use the word eponymously. Anybody who uses the word eponymously, I instantaneously like. Just letting you know. Let me go back to Bandcamp. I love Bandcamp. Where's the original? I can order it on orange vinyl for $10. Wow, that's cheap. I love Bandcamp. I know I keep saying that, but I do love Bandcamp. Okay. It's a song from, I know, not even 7, and I'm coming up with big fancy schmancy words. All right, let's see if I can write down any of the last colors here. And that is the tailpipe rust. AK. AK 11107 dark rust. AK 11103 medium rust. Okay. I'll leave those there because I want to get some of that. It's one time at Bandcamp. I love Bandcamp. The amount of stuff I've picked up from there, and just the stuff that I've just learned, new music, especially a lot of just smaller bands that just I listen to some streaming on Sonos, either through Pandora or the Sonos station or whatever, and the amount of stuff that I've discovered has just been great. High Viz recently is a band that I've been really enjoying. Anyway, but I will add that to my listen to list. All right, I think we've got the base colors. That's for the cat. I'm going to leave that. And then raccoon chipping. I think that's it. Yes. And I'm going to continue with this tomorrow. We will continue with this tomorrow. So in the meantime, my friends, I'll probably get sued for saying that, but anyway. I brought a little pool noodle. I need to use it. And it turns out best cat toy ever. Nice. Guys, go out there and do good. Stay safe and stay sane. Go out there and do good. Brighten the world as much as you possibly can. Crazy mixed up world. Crazy mixed up world. Every day, getting more crazier and more mixed upper. Go out there and do good, my friends. I'm actually going to trash this now. Don't need that. Oils have been trashed. Put this away. But anyway, guys, go out there and do good. Brighten the world as much as you possibly can. Do what you can to make it a better, brighter, kinder world. Let's see what we can do to just show kindness and love and respect for other people and just do good. So with that, my friends, I'll be back on tomorrow morning, same time, same channel. Enjoy the day, guys. Do good. Love you all. And I'll catch you on the flip. Peace.